Sup. My name is Rio for TheCouncilNetwork. If you're looking for the Ninja Turtle Season 4, Episode 18, Mutant Gangland, God, I can't pronounce anything today, then make sure to ask down in the comment section below and I'll be able to directly link it to you, so this way you'll be notified once I reply to your comment. That's the main reason. This is an episode review as always, as every time there's a new Ninja Turtle episode, but some people just don't understand that, so just gotta point that out to people. But here we go. I think this episode's foreshadowing quite a few things, and I'm going to talk about it. So at first, it seems like a really fillery episode because of the simple fact that you have Raphael, of course, exploding off again, and then you get the Italian mobsters in the episode, and you get, hey, Adrian! For those of you who are too young to remember, that's pretty much Rocky from the Rocky movies, or Sylvester Stallone, as some of you may know. And he's honestly hilarious. But Pigeon Pete, rip Pigeon Pete, he's no longer on the show apparently because he got replaced with Mondo Gecko. And to be completely fair, Pigeon Pete was pretty much just a kind of meh character, and we were supposed to get his action figure, but that never happened, so that's probably why he was written off the show, to be completely honest. I was actually looking for a more legitimate reason, but I couldn't find one. God damn it. But how many times have we've had this plot point of Raphael just exploding off? And as I said, I think what it's doing is that's pretty much the A story, and the B story is the Italian mob being set up. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm not talking about that kind of setup. I'm talking about setting them up as bigger villains than they typically are. Because what was the one thing I did say before that we need more of? Human villains. We have Hun. Granted, he's a much different character than his 2003 counterpart, and now we have the Italian mobsters with a fat guy in a chair that flies around in a machine chair that has a gun, which was hilarious to watch. And the funny thing is, these mobsters, they hate mutants, so they want them all dead. And when Shredder does mutate, probably at the back half of the season, which by my watch we're about 6 weeks away, if they keep doing episode per week, then yeah, there's definitely a good shot that they're gonna, cross paths with Shredder and be pissed. Because if you think back, Shredder knows this Italian mobster. And just like Shredder knew the guy who became Rocksteady, Sharenko, I think it was Sharenko. I think there's potential for them to, I hate to sound this way, mutate this Italian mobster into a new mutant. I don't know who, but I'm okay with it because if they do it in Season 5 or Season 6, that's fine by me, and it'll make for an interesting mutant because look how big that guy is. I mean, seriously, that guy could eat a house if he wanted to. But let's talk about one thing, why we're talking about mutants, that was in a promo at the very end of the episode, is actually that looked to be the real Wingnut. Now, that I may be incorrect, but that looked to be the real Wingnut. If you don't know, Wingnut had a partner called Screwloose, and hopefully one day they'll actually come into the series and be two legitimate characters. But I'm missing the points. Let's get to the overall part. The Mutanimals are back. I just want to make sure I said that right. They're back. Leatherhead, yay! Monkey Brains, yay! Pigeon Pete, nowhere to be found. He doesn't exist anymore. And then, of course, Slash, who are all voiced by an amazing cast, and of course Mondo Gecko, which, if you know me well enough, I always record in the reptile room for most of my reviews, and I got geckos in here, so I like Mondo Gecko quite a bit, especially that he's voiced by the original Michelangelo, and that makes me hyped. Now, the other reason they could have dropped Pigeon Pete, I know I'm on the subject of Pigeon Pete quite a bit, is because we could be getting, as I said momentarily ago, Wingnut and Screwloose, which both fly around, so that could be a good reason as to why they don't want to have them on the show anymore. And I know, but Ryu, the entire episode felt like a filler. We had the Mutanimals back, which was cool and everything, but getting Raph, who's pissed off, and Donnie kidnapped, and Mondo Gecko kidnapped, it's pretty much just replaced Mondo Gecko with Pigeon Pete, and we pretty much have had this episode for the most of the story outside the villains, and this may seem like a generic setup, but it's okay, because you gotta understand two things. Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles is targeted to two audiences. Kids and people like you and me who enjoy it from 2003 or 1989 or just the movies, however you enjoy it. We're all Ninja Turtle fans, and they want you to come in and just be able to enjoy it. So sometimes you get these silly, goofy episodes, just like the one with Pizza Pete, I think it was, where, it's a mutant pizza. I mean, things like that, that's pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy those kinds of episodes. They're fun to watch. We don't talk about Pigeon Pete, so did he die or did he migrate south for the winter? Considering it's getting cold, let's just say he migrated and won't be coming back because Playmate Toys does not like him because he's not good. Mondo Gecko had a pee. Let's all hope that he was able to hold it in to make it to the bathroom. That was actually pretty funny to listen to him say, "Don't hurt me, I just need a pee, let me out of here." And then what were you going to do? Go back into it? I forgot the one mobster's name, but I think that's because they were just introduced. But Don Vizio and his Mafia, I think it's a good third group because you have the Foot, you have the Don and his, gang members, and then of course you have the Purple Dragon. So I think overall, the best Ninja Turtle stories, when you go for like a big arc or something, in my eyes, is having some human characters and of course the mutants. Tiger Claw is probably my favorite mutant on the entire show right now, and the reason I bring that up is because he's a new mutant. He's not someone we've seen before in past mythology of Ninja Turtles, whether it be IDW, the comics, or the movies. We've never seen Tiger Claw before. And someone like that, for me to really hook on and be like, yeah, I like that character. That's why I'm always okay with new mutants, except we always should have human characters. And the reason that these human characters could be being introduced, and even though he wasn't in the episode, could be because of the Super Shredder syndrome. Because we know it's coming, we know we're going to get it, and just pray to God either he gets reversed or he gets the Karai syndrome, which is where they can control back to humanity and just use the powerful Morph form when they need to. Need to say. Good fight scenes, but overall, another episode of Raphael being pissed, Donnie making fun of him, which was hilarious. It's just a little too cliche when we have the backstory of Shredder being healed up, and, with mutagen, and Baxter last week with his mutant insects. This week, the pros are that we have the humans actually fighting. The cons outweigh the pros, however, because it's Raphael getting pissed off again. It's basically the Turtles having to rescue another turtle again. It's basically the Turtles dealing with a new street-level threat, which some of that's okay, but to be completely fair, when you have this overbearing, looming thing between Karai and Shredder, which we all want to see more of, it really does overall feel like a filler episode, which I think it will till we get to season 5, and to make more use out of this Don whatever character whose name I can't remember. That's just my 2 stance on it, and that's why I'm giving this episode a 7 out of 10. It wasn't terrible, but the cons outweighed the pros, and that's why it's not an 8. Otherwise, it would have been an 8 because of the humans actually taking more precedence in hating mutants. That's something I wanted to see from the Nickelodeon show, but because we hit the same plot points of Raphael being angry and not being able to control his anger, and I think part of that is the lack of Raphael episodes throughout the Nickelodeon series, and if you count the episodes in which each turtle has character development, Raphael has the least. And I think he needs more stories drawn out, and they need to look back to 2003, to the movies, for more than just angry Raphael. Even go into IDW and pull out some elements from that Raphael and use it in the Nickelodeon arc. Don't be scared to change the beat. Don't have the SpongeBob syndrome, where for 11 years it's the same thing and the same jokes. Because, yeah, it's good to see it again, but give me something new. It's okay to put something on the shelf for a while and not go back to it. I think the whole Raphael being angry has been way overdone. That concludes the Ninja Turtle review. If you guys enjoy it, make sure to subscribe for more. as once there's a new Ninja Turtles episode, I will review it as soon as possible. But thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. It means the world to me that we're now over 500. And I will see you tomorrow for WWE. If I didn't post up the Dragon Ball Super review yet, that's going up. And then obviously WWE tomorrow, because Labor Day, baby. Labor Day. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching as always. Peace.